What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, guys. This time, I'd like to give a big shout out to Backboard Films. Um, I will be discussing the possibility of Dying Light 3 coming out maybe in the next 3 to 5 years. Um, so let's get into this. Let's see what Dying Light 3 could possibly look like. But keep in mind that you can't really trust Techland because they are very renowned for false advertising. Um, they will show you things that are not gonna be there, like maybe on release day, not on the first day of release. Might come, they might show you things that they might make it seem like it's gonna be there in the base game, but when you get the base game, you'll be surprised. Anyways, let's get into this.
Hello everyone! With the recent partnership announcement between Techland and Tencent, it does open the doors to a bigger future beyond Dying Light 2. The CEO at Techland said they dream of turning Dying Light into the ultimate zombie game experience for players worldwide. Meaning, in my eyes, this franchise isn't going to just stop after the second story DLC for Dying Light 2 releases.
All right. So the truth is I think it's going to depend on one thing: how well Dying Light 2 performs for the next 3.5 years, since the game has been out for 1.5, and Techland said that they're going to support it for 5 years. So, and Tencent just bought Techland. So, Tencent is into monetization. It is a company that is there to make a profit. It is not a company that is passionate about making the best games ever, even if it means making less money. If it means making less money, then they're going to make something that will make them more money. This is how they are. They give you watered down versions of really good games and they heavily monetize it. Hopefully, they don't do that with Dying Light 2 and Dying Light 3, but let's see.
Truth is, Dying Light 3 has already been teased, but everything here is subject to change as they are leaks from DLC 2. Go check out this video as well, where I go into more detail about the new enemies, Fury Mode returning, and much more as we continue off from the ending topic of that video being spoiler alert, the return of Kyle Crane.
All right, before we get into what he has been up to, um, now there are a lot of leaks that you're gonna see. Do not get hyped for it, guys, because you do not know what you're gonna get at the end. You might see things and that could be changed later on and all that. But I am interested to know how Kyle Crane is gonna come into this world and make a difference. And if you guys will find it interesting. Let's listen.
Now has long hair, tattoos, multiple scars, and is on a revenge quest to hunt down the rest of the GRE. A lot of DLC 2 revolves around the GRE hunting down Kyle Crane to do different tests on him because of his inner beast abilities.
All right. So did he say DLC 2 is gonna revolve around the GRE hunting Kyle Crane because of you know, his inner zombie? Um, that is interesting, and I wonder, like, what is Aiden's role in all that? Like, is he with or against him? Is he gonna be helping him, or is he gonna be fighting him? Maybe we'll have an answer, maybe we won't. But even then, like, the best solution is just to be patient and wait until the game actually, or DLC 2 is actually released.
Which becomes an uncontrollable fury mode that takes over at night. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil all of the ending, just some conversations between Aiden and Crane towards the end. In the final events, Crane drops an exposition dump on Aiden, explaining his future motives, where he was throughout the DLC, and so on. You then see Kyle loading up a helicopter with tons of guns and ammo, yes, guns are confirmed, because he believes the GRE and the world governments create a safe zone on an island possibly off the coast of Japan.
Oh, so that actually is interesting. Um, Now, I don't know what the conversation is between them, but apparently, like, they say hello to each other, they introduce themselves to each other, and like, yo, this is what I've been up to. This is what the GRE has done to me. How about you, Kyle Crane? Is like, oh yeah, this is what they done to me, and like, maybe they work together and they try to screw over, the GRE. Um, That seems interesting, and if it's actually going to be in Japan, that also would make a lot of sense because I mean, look how the structures are. That seems like a place you want to be parkouring. I mean, I don't know if those rooftops are slippery or not. I mean, kind of pointy and stuff. They're not flat, but hey, um, you're Kyle Crane or whoever you're going to be in Dying Light 3. I think you'll be fine. I'm not sure if they're going to have Aiden or Kyle Crane or some new protagonist join for Dying Light 3. But I don't know. I mean, it would be interesting if they let you play as both. Imagine you play as Kyle Crane initially as you start, and then at one point, you switch over to Aiden, and then you switch back over to Kyle Crane. Kind of like how they have it in The Last of Us, where you get to play as Ellie at one point, and but like I would have that switching around happen a lot more often instead of it just happening towards the end. At least in the remastered version of Part One of The Last of Us, they only have it happen towards the very end of the game where you get to play as Ellie. I would prefer it if it was like you go back and forth between them. Maybe they start off in different places and you try to like make them reach each other at a middle point somewhere, and then when they meet each other, you can play as one of them. Maybe you can choose who you get to play as, since choices are supposed to matter. At least, let us choose that. And and you can have the other one as an NPC helping you out with your quests towards the end, let's say, against the final boss or whatever. Something like that would be interesting, but knowing Techland, they're not going to invest that much time and energy and thought into these things because they want to maximize profit. Now, I'm going to talk about, you know, just how the way they're monetizing the game and how they should and all that in a whole different video. And a lot of, I'm going to discuss it in detail. We're going to get deep into that, but not now. So anyways, let's continue listening and let's see if we hear anything else that's interesting.
Dying Light 3 or a spin off game of some sort could revolve around Kyle Crane trying to control his inner monster, hunting down the GRE throughout Japan at 2036, maybe further in the future. We truly don't know.
I do know that one thing is kind of weird how there's a shift, from Dying Light 1 to Dying Light 2 to now, from what I'm hearing, Dying Light 3. Between how, like, in the beginning, Dying Light 1, you're a human, you get infected, but you never lose control. You never, like, lose control in the sense that you become a zombie and you might murder someone because, like, you don't know. You do lose control in the sense that you might turn into a zombie, but you cannot control yourself. If you turn into a zombie, you are pretty much dead. While in Dying Light 2, there's like this gray line that they have where like you don't know, this gray area where it's like you don't know if it is good to be a zombie or it is bad to be a zombie. And I feel like that mainly happened because of Dead Island 2, and they're trying to compete with them, as in, like, oh, look, we also have this, Fury mode, as they call it, which I think is dumb because Dying Light 2's slogan is stay human. And like if they're trying just to show us the struggle of him, trying to stay human, it's kind of dumb because like they should be showing us that like they did in Dying Light 1 where like he is staying human by taking, you know, whatever the vials that they had to take were. And as long as they were taking the vaccine or whatever that, you know, temporary cure was, then they're good, right? So the inhibitors in Dying Light 2, then they're okay. But in Dying Light 2, it's like you're a half monster, half human. When in Dying Light 1, you're human. In Dying Light 3, it's like you're definitely a monster now. You're barely human. During the night, you're not even human, according to what my understanding. Um, so like at night you turn into like be the zombie and you embrace the zombie within instead of, you know, maintaining human and fighting the zombies. I might as well, why am I killing the zombies? They're my brethrens now. If I'm one of them, right? Why are we fighting zombies? And now another shift is happening is where the focus is going towards humans, guys. They want you to run around killing GRE because the GRE wants to kill you and you gotta kill GRE. Or I don't like, what is this? Why are we fighting humans? Why are we not focusing on zombies? If I'm a zombie, why am I fighting zombies? If I'm a zombie and I walk around at night as a zombie, would other zombies attack me? And why would they attack me? I'm one of them. They don't attack each other, not that I know of. I don't see virals attacking the regular biters. So, I don't know. Anyways, guys, let's listen.
No, for certain, many will think this idea isn't the right step for Dying Light, but honestly, I kinda love it. Bring back Roger Craig Smith as Kyle Crane, do an apocalyptic twist on Japan, and make it fun and memorable with tons of cool set pieces. Just make sure the set pieces actually work right, so if it takes 5 years, then that's the reality we have to live with. Feel free to share your thoughts down below. Support the channel by simply subscribing, liking this video, and joining my Discord if you want to connect more with the community. And stop by next time. Adios.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to wait. I don't mind the wait for 5 years, but like, they need to get a lot more than just the sets right. They need to get a lot of things right. A lot. The game is not really crappy, but it's a decent game that is supposed to be much better than just an average game. To me, it's an average game. Dying Light 2. Um, and I want it to be a great game. I want it to go on and maybe win an award at the Game Awards or something, but that's not going to happen the way they're doing things right now. And they don't care because as long as money keeps coming in, then that is their award. They have been rewarded enough, you know. Um, Unfortunately, I hope things change, but the way things are going right now, I don't know if I'm really hyped for Dying Light 3. I'm gonna have to wait for DLC 2. See the way they monetize it now that Tencent is pretty much in charge. They say they're not in charge of, they still have their the creative freedom and all that, but creative freedom does not mean they have freedom over monetization, and monetization is the most important thing because if the game turns pay to win, then no matter how good it is, I'm not gonna play it. Like if you cannot, like like if they make it just like really hard to progress and beat the game without paying money, then I'm just not gonna play the game anymore. I really hope that doesn't happen. I really, really hope. But again, I'll leave that for another video. For now, again, big shout out to Backboard Films. Check out his channel. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below, so make sure you check that out. And that will be the end of it for now, guys. Do sound off in the comments though. Tell me what you think. What would you like to see in Dying Light 3 and Dying Light 2's DLC 2? And that'll be all for now, guys. I hope you're all having a great day. Take care and peace.